number one story that I'm going to tell about my child, about how he is amazing. And I tell people these stories and they're like, and I'm like, right? Like, I wouldn't think of that. But it's like, I go by like principle. Like, I don't go by like certain things. Like, I don't, if I'm not going to talk to you anymore, or if it's something, whatever, like, there's a principle behind it. There's not like I'm just not going to do it anymore. You know what I mean? There's always a principle. So he's the same way. I kind of want to tell, I have like, I don't know, 4 of them, but I don't want to forget one of them because the way it was formed was like, what just happened? Like, it was, so I'm going to try to do that one first. Okay. It was like, and then the other day I was telling somebody, I was like, the other day when you did, always him, I was like, the other day when you did blah, 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 or it was somebody, and I was like, the other day he did this. And, he's like, no, I didn't. And he's like, that was like a week ago. It's like, Dawson, like, people just say it like that. And he's like, but it wasn't. I'm just like, because it was him. So he didn't know what the hell I was talking about because it wasn't just the other day. But I'm just like, yo, people just say that. Because I'll be like, I got to run in the house real quick. 2 seconds. He's like, yeah, okay. Like, why you say that? Just because that's what I've done my entire life. But maybe I'll stop doing it. Just, I don't know. But anyways, okay, so we're in the car. Maybe like 2 weeks ago. And I picked him up from my mom's. And we're on the way to my house. And I was supposed to do shit that day, and I didn't. So when I picked him up, I was like, okay, like, I'm gonna drop you off. I'm gonna go do this or whatever. And then I'm gonna go to Walmart. Why is my voice doing this? And then we're gonna go to Walmart, right? I'm gonna go to Walmart. So I'm like, Dawson, I was like, can you please walk the dog for me? Because if I go in there and I walk the dog, I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna want to stay home. And so he's like, no. He's like, that's your problem. Like, pretty much. And I'm like, you know what? You have to break a cycle. And no, did he say it first about something? Oh, yeah. Because I said that and he goes, okay, well, you have to break the cycle. I'm like, look at him like, what? He's like, you have to go. Like, you just have to make yourself go. You have to break that cycle. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, but I remember he's my kid. And that's all I do is do generational fucking things. So, whatever. So I go, yeah, but like, you have to break the cycle of not walking the dog or something like that. And then he goes, oh, what did he say? He's like, oh, what did he say? And he goes, well, I can't because that cycle will mess up your cycle. So pretty much if he walks the dog, that's what I need him to do to not break my cycle. Mic drop. Do you get it? I'm gonna say it one more time because it was fucking confusing for me, like, after when I had to think about it again of what happened. Okay, so I said, Dawson, I have to go do this, blah, 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 I have to go to Walmart. And he was like, okay. I'm like, I'm gonna drop you off. And okay. So I was like, Dawson, I need you to walk the dog because if I go in there, I'm gonna feel bad and I'm gonna end up wanting to stay home and I'm gonna have to walk him and whatever. And he goes, no. I'm like, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, yes, you are. And then I go, you know what? You have to break a cycle of not bringing him outside and if I tell you to do it, you do it. Like, I'm your mother. And it's not like that. It's just easier to alliterate it that way. He doesn't like not walk the dog or do anything. But in that moment, he was like, no, like, I'm not. And I was like, yes, because I was like, if I do that, and then, fuck, I already lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. And then he goes, okay, well, you have to break the cycle. Meaning, if you want to go inside and you want to walk the dog, because I'm not, you have to make sure you actually leave. And you don't do the same cycle over again. He's a little me. And his dad. The good parts. He has his ears. That's my favorite part. My favorite part about him and his dad. They have the same ears. I have a fucked up. Anyways. So, yeah, so he says I have to break the cycle and I have to leave if I go in the house. And so I'm like, well, you have to break the cycle of saying no and not bringing out the dog as much as I need you to, or blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, again, well, I can't break my cycle of not bringing him out because it will interfere with you having to break the cycle of if you come in the house and you walk the dog, you have to still leave. I was just in awe. Like, I'm looking at him like, what? Mic drop, dude. 14 years old. I raised him all by myself. And the only part that his dad had was traumatic. He taught him how to ride a bike. He taught him how to tie his shoes. I put Dawson in soccer because his family he's Portuguese and that's just like what they do. So I was hoping he could teach him that. He probably did. They have the same exact kick. It's so cute. I always used to say that. I'd always used to watch Dawson kick the ball the exact form that his dad does. It's crazy. But it happens. So, all right. But again, I don't have to worry about him being an addict because his dad was, because it's not fucking hereditary. It's not in your genes. It's environmental. Bye. I'm just kidding. Love you guys. I hope he's fucking nuts. All right. Bye.